Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor and I share these What's for Dinner videos every Sunday to hopefully give you guys some meal ideas and motivation to cook more for your family. Any recipes that I use are always going to be linked in the description box down below, so make sure you check that out. And if you're coming back for my videos, I do want to let you guys know that I appreciate you so much coming back every week and watching my videos and commenting. It means so much to me. Now let's go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. It is Friday, and tonight for dinner we are having steak. It is Valentine's Day, so I've got these two beef boneless bottom round steaks, one for me and one for the kids to split. And then this strip steak that I got for Andy. So I'm going to cook those in my cast iron. It is currently heating it up. And then to go with it, I'm going to do some rice. So I've got my Instant Pot out because the recipe that I found is for the Instant Pot. It's called Instant Pot Stick of Butter Rice. So I'm going to need 2 cups of long grain rice. I am going to rinse it. It doesn't say to, but I am going to. And then it called for a 10.5 ounce can of Campbell's beef consomme. Instead, I'm going to do 10.5 ounces of water and some of this beef base. And then it also called for French onion soup, a 10.5 ounce can. So I'm going to do another 10.5 ounces of water. And I'm going to do a Lipton onion soup mix. So this is the Kroger one. And then half a stick of butter cut in chunks. And then this is going to cook for 12 minutes on low pressure. And then do a quick release. I've never cooked anything on low pressure before, so we're gonna see how this turns out. Hopefully it turns out good. And then I've got some zucchini I'm gonna cut up and fry in a pan. And as I said, I'm gonna cook my steak with just some salt and pepper and butter in my cast iron. Okay, my cast iron pan is hot. I'm going to add a little bit of butter in there, and then I have seasoned my steaks with salt and pepper. I'm going to cook mine and the kids first, and then I will cook Andy's, just because I don't want them too crowded in the pan. Okay, here is the finished dinner. Here's my steak. It's just slightly pink on the inside. I don't know if you can tell by looking at the kids. Yeah, I cut theirs up really small because it is a little bit of a tougher steak because it's a little bit cheaper meat. I don't really care. It's steak to me, but Andy did get a good steak. I think I told y'all that was a strip steak. And so then we've got the rice and the zucchini. And because the kids don't really care for cooked zucchini, they have some cucumber. I meant to leave some raw zucchini on the side, but then I accidentally dumped it all in the pan. So these are their plates. And there is still some more of that steak of theirs to cut up. I don't even know if I'm going to eat all of mine, and then I can have leftovers for lunch tomorrow. But that is going to be our Valentine's Day dinner. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you cook something special for Valentine's Day? Do you go out to dinner? I would like to know, so let me know down below. But that is going to be dinner for Friday. It is Saturday, and for dinner tonight, we are just having leftover chili. If you saw last week's What's for Dinner, I made this on Thursday. It was the last meal in there. And so we are just having leftovers tonight for Saturday. And I just have it topped with some cheddar cheese. Got some saltines on the side, and there is another container like this size in the fridge, like completely full. The kids already ate. They had the same thing, and Andy still has to eat. So we have plenty of chili. But that is dinner for Saturday. It is Sunday, and tonight for dinner we're going to be doing burgers and some roasted potatoes in the air fryer. I was going to do hard-boiled eggs, or I was going to do deviled eggs, bless you, but my hard-boiled eggs were soft-boiled eggs because I didn't cook them long enough apparently. So we're just going to do the roasted potatoes in the air fryer and burgers, and to go with that I want some tomato on our burgers, and I got this new knife sharpener in the mail from Zule Kitchen. They reached out to me and wanted me to test a product, and out of the choices, this is what I wanted because I've been looking at getting a new knife or knives because mine seem not very sharp. These knives are pretty old. My dad, I'm pretty sure, bought them at the thrift store. This one's like a restaurant quality one though. Pretty expensive, so if I can sharpen it and continue to use it, that'd be awesome. And this one, I don't know what it is, but it seems pretty nice. The blade does go all the way into the handle. It's one solid piece with wood, and at one point they were really sharp and he used to sharpen them, so I think that these will be good once I have a knife sharpener. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a slice with this knife. It's not gonna work out too well for this tomato, and then we will sharpen it, wash it off, and see how well it works after I sharpen it. See, it doesn't even want to break the skin. But I got a nice slice. But I'm going to wash it off and dry it, and then we will test this guy out. It's got a nice, like, rubbery kind of bottom, so it shouldn't move too much when it's being used. It says, place the knife sharpener on a flat surface. With one hand, hold the sharpener by the stainless steel rod. For a very dull knife, hold the knife by the handle and pull it along the coarse slot toward you 2 to 4 times. Move the knife to the fine slot and pull it toward you 2 to 7 times, or until sharpness is as desired. This is to polish the blade off and to hone the knife. So which side is the coarse side? Okay, so we do the coarse side first, 2 to 4 times, and then the fine side 2 to 7 times. I'm gonna wash it off just to make sure there's nothing on it, and then we'll see how it works. Wow, it actually broke the skin, and it did not want to do that before. And I can get it thin. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. That is impressive. Very sharp. Definitely will leave this linked down below for you guys. I think I'm going to have a discount code for you too if you want to check it out. But that was really good. Like, I've never had this knife be able to cut tomatoes like that ever. So definitely needed a knife sharpener. That's awesome. Another thing that I'm going to do is stop putting them in the dishwasher. I heard it's not good to put your knives in the dishwasher, that it dulls them faster. So I'm going to be washing my knives, at least my bigger knives like this, by hand. Okay, time to do the potatoes. I'm going to cut these into probably about 1-inch cubes, about that size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then these are going to go in the air fryer on 400 degrees for probably about 20-25 minutes. And I'm going to season them. I'm going to put some olive oil on them, some Badia and a little bit of Tony's, and probably a little bit of salt. I don't want to do too much of the Tony's because I don't want it to be too spicy, so I will add some additional salt. All right, dinner is finished. So here is my burger. I got ketchup and mustard on the bottom. The burger, some cheddar cheese, that thinly sliced tomato, and then some lettuce. This is a spring mix. It's all like baby lettuce. I ordered a different one, and I forgot that that's a different one that they gave me. The one that I ordered had like full, not like baby romaine. It had regular romaine. This has baby romaine. So we've got like some purple lettuce and stuff on there. And then we've got our roasted potatoes, some ketchup, and then something green, some cucumber. And the kids also have carrots with theirs, and they have American cheese. But that is going to be dinner for Sunday. It is Monday, and tonight for dinner we're going to be doing some chicken salads. And I don't know if I've ever shared how I cook my chicken for this before, but I cook it in the pan with some oil and butter and some seasoning on it. Lately, these are my two favorite seasonings. Together, they just make everything taste amazing. Badia Complete and Tony's Creole seasoning. Just a little bit of both, and it's very good. It's seasoned well, and you just get a little bit of a kick from the Creole because you don't have to use too much. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this chicken breast, thinly slice it in half horizontally so that they are thin and they cook faster. And then I've got a skillet over on my stove heating up, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there and about a tablespoon of butter, and just cook those on each side until they start to get really like crispy on the outside. So that's how we like it. Here's the finished chicken. I also made some bacon in the air fryer. Here's some cut up chicken for Andy to make his salad. Watch out, guys. So we've all got salads, but mine is put together. I have not put the dressing on there yet. The kids have theirs kind of deconstructed. This is Lily's. She's got some cheese on her lettuce.
What is that?
It's what? What is what? That?
Yes.
This is purple lettuce. And we've got carrots and cucumbers and grape tomatoes. These little chow mein noodles because we don't have any croutons. The chicken and the bacon. Elijah's is pretty much the same. No tomatoes. And then he has some of this ranch on his salad. I'm going to have this restaurant style Italian dressing. This is from Aldi. It tastes like the Olive Garden. And here is mine. Bacon, chicken, tomato, just regular like slicing tomato, a little bit of chopped up carrots, some cucumber, some egg, some cheese, and then I will top it with some dressing. So that is what's for dinner for Monday.
Bye.
It is Tuesday, and tonight for dinner we are going to be having lasagna. This is that sauce from last week. If you watched last week's Sauce for Dinner, I made a huge Dutch oven full of sauce. It cooked for like 2.5 to 3 hours. And the only thing I said was wrong with it was it was a little bit too sweet. But other than that, we liked it. I think I should have held off on the sugar till the end. I will leave the link to that down below if you want to check it out. I'm going to be trying a new spaghetti sauce in next week's video, but I wanted to go ahead and use this up. I had it in the freezer in a big Ziploc bag, so I just thawed it out today, and I am mixing in a can of this tomato paste. So I'm just going to mix that in. I think I'm going to microwave this a little bit just to warm it up a little bit, and then I've got my 9x13 over here, and I've got some lasagna noodles, the oven ready ones. I've got some mozzarella cheese and cottage cheese. You could definitely use ricotta, but cottage cheese is cheaper and tastes just as good in it. We really, really like it. And then I think that is going to be it. I'm going to cover it with some foil and bake it on 375 for probably about 45 minutes. Okay, lasagna is done. For the last 10 minutes, I removed the foil and just let it bake for another 10 minutes. And then I broiled it for like 2 minutes just so it could get nice and browned on top. Careful, it's still really hot. And I let it rest for a few minutes so that it would be easier to cut. And so here is Lily's plate. She has cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes.
I don't like salads.
Here is my plate. And then I have a salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, and then ranch tonight because there's only a little bit of Italian dressing and Andy will probably want that. And then here's Elijah's. He has salad with ranch, some cucumbers, and carrots. And that is going to be dinner for Tuesday. It is Wednesday, and tonight for dinner we are having chicken enchilada soup. I'm just kind of winging this. I will try to have measurements and everything listed down below in the description box. So in here I've got about a pound of chicken breast. And I'm gonna put in some chili powder and some cumin. Next, I'm going to add in one of these big cans of enchilada sauce. This is 28 ounces. And I also have some in this salsa jar that was in the fridge from the last time I made enchiladas that was left over. So I'm gonna add that as well. Next, I'm gonna do 4 cups of water. So this jar, this line is 2 cups. So I'm gonna fill it up 2 times. And if you had chicken broth, you could use that because I am going to add chicken bouillon to make this 4 cups of water chicken broth. So I'm gonna add in 4 teaspoons of the Knorr chicken bouillon because that'll be equal to 4 cups of chicken broth. Next, I'm going to add in 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. And 1 of these small cans of diced green chilies. And then I have drained and rinsed 1 can of black beans. I'm gonna stir this up and then I'm going to cook this on manual high pressure for 10 minutes and then let it naturally release for 5. And then I do have some cheddar cheese here on the side that I'm going to add to it at the end. Okay, while my enchilada soup is doing its thing, I'm going to be making something else to go on the side. You don't have to make something else to go on the side of the soup, but last week, Amanda over at Mom's Messy Kitchen fried some plantains, and it sounded delicious. I've never done it. I've only ever had, like, plantain chips, like, sold in a bag at the grocery store. I've never had plantains at home. So I have this plantain. It may be too ripe. It has started to turn yellow. It feels like it might be a little soft. Hopefully it's not too soft. Hopefully it still tastes good. But I'm going to peel this, slice it up, and then I have some canola oil over here heating up on like medium-high heat. And then we just need some salt. We're going to cook them, like it says like 30 seconds on each side, just until they start to brown just a little bit. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to drain them on a paper towel. Okay, this is done cooking. I'm going to remove the chicken, put it in my KitchenAid, and shred it up, and then I'll put it back in here with some cheese, and we will be ready to eat. Okay, here are our bowls. I topped it with a little extra cheese and then some of these little tortilla strips. I'm going to give the kids some of the strips, but I'll give it to them on the side just in case they don't want to put it in their soup. So that is that. And then here are the plantains and how they turned out. I've already eaten like 5 of them. They're pretty good. I think my plantain was a little bit too ripe because they are a little sweet. It's good. It's like a sweet and salty kind of thing. You want to try it? You sure you didn't even swallow it yet?
It's good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Elijah, you want to come try one?
Yeah. Thanks. Good.
Good? Alright, so we will have the plantains with our soup, and that is going to be dinner for Wednesday. It is Thursday, and tonight for dinner I made some pork chops. These are the ones that I did a couple weeks back with Dijon mustard and mayonnaise and then like some breadcrumbs on top. So I've got that, and these were bone-in, but I went ahead and removed mine from the bone. Got some Instant Pot mac and cheese, lots and lots of that, and then some green beans. So this is my plate, and those are the kids' plates. Lots of green beans, and lots of pork chops. But that is going to be dinner for Thursday, and that is going to wrap up another week of What's for Dinner. If you like my What's for Dinners, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a thumbs up, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!